Lightning slashes the sky, waves crash against jagged cliffs, and a single beam of light cuts through the storm. A sentinel stands at the edge of the world, unmoved, unbowed, shining through chaos. These are lighthouses, architecture born of danger, hope, and perseverance. Guiding ships through the darkness, warning sailors of death by rocks. Some stand on remote islands, others on unforgiving cliff edges, but all bear the weight of legacy. How did humanity build these isolated beacons in the world's most hostile corners? What secrets do their walls hold after centuries of storms and silence? We journey to the world's most haunting lighthouses, where light meets the abyss. Let's sail toward the edge. 1. Cape Hatteras, Lighthouse, North Carolina, USA. Rising from the shifting sands of the Outer Banks, Cape Hatteras has warned sailors since 1870. Often battered by hurricanes and rising seas, its walls hold stories of storms survived. It's relocated twice to escape shoreline erosion. From its gallery, you can hear the Atlantic's roar echo into infinity. What keeps a structure alive against decades of violent surges? Here, light is more than guide, it's defiance. And just north lies another sentinel whose memory is etched in frozen seas. Let's sail to the frigid lighthouse of Newfoundland. 2. Cape Spear Lighthouse, Newfoundland, Canada. Standing at North America's easternmost point, Cape Spear faces the open Atlantic. Built in 1836, its rugged stones have watched ice flows, and ships vanish in fog. The winds howl here as if in conversation with the tides. Keepers recorded 20-foot waves crashing at its base. What thoughts pass through those lighthouse windows in the dead of night? It's a place where light fights endless darkness. Now we cross the ocean to Europe's most remote shine. 3. Ileon Glass Lighthouse, Isle of Scalpay, Scotland. On the Hebridean coastline, Ileon Glass watches a kingdom of rugged sea. Built in 1789, it was the first lighthouse in the Outer Hebrides. Storms carve the cliffs while seabirds wheel overhead. Foghorns, salt spray, and the endless swell define its domain. Could this light have saved more lives than we'll ever know? Lighthouses are memory carved in stone and wave. From Scottish seas, we travel south to the Mediterranean's white cliffs. 4. Lighthouse of La Jument, Brittany, France. La Jument is famous for photographs of waves engulfing its tower. When a keeper was inside, his coat flapped like a flag in the storm. The sea wraps it in white foam, testing its courage nightly. It's built on a barely visible reef. Its foundation is confrontation. Why do these structures fascinate us when they teeter on the brink? Because light persists even when the world rages. Our next beacon lies on a lonely cape in Spain. 5. Cabo da Roca Lighthouse, Portugal. At Europe's westernmost point, Cabo da Roca rises above cliffs plunging into the Atlantic. Windswept and haunting, it feels like the edge of all things known. Seagulls wail as they wheel against the horizon line. The beam warns ships of rocks that have claimed many souls. Is it a marker of distance or a monument to isolation? Here, every sunset feels final. Let's cross continents next. A Californian giant facing the Pacific. 6. Point Reyes Lighthouse, California, USA, built into coastal cliffs north of San Francisco. Point Reyes is battered by dense fog and wind. In the fog season, it's enveloped in silence, visibility near zero. The lens rotates, sending bursts of light across invisible dangers. Keepers walk down steep stairwells through wind tunnels to ignite its glow. What courage it took to walk that path in darkness. Lighthouses live in the tension between safety and peril. From Pacific mist, we turn to the southern oceans. 7. Cape Otway Lighthouse, Victoria, Australia. On Australia's Great Ocean Road, Cape Otway endures salty wind and dramatic surf. One of the oldest continuously operated lighthouses in mainland Australia. Built in the 1840s, it once guided ships struck by treacherous reefs. Now it's a museum, but still flashes light nightly. What stories do its beams carry into the dark sea? Light outlasts memory when towers stand steadfast. Our next stop, one built on shifting ice and stone. 8 Pemaquid Point Lighthouse, Maine, USA. A granite sentinel on New England's rugged coast. Red roof, white tower, waves crashing at its base. Its light has guided mariners since 1827. On stormy nights, spray flies high above its lantern room. In silence, you hear each drop of water against stone. Do you feel closer to the sea when light holds firm? From rocky shores, we cross to the cold northern seas. 9. Linden's Lighthouse, Norway. At Norway's southern tip, Linden's is a boundary between sea and sky. It has seen human encroachment, wars, and wireless transmissions. Fog and storms mold its shape. At midnight sun, the sea glows in extended twilight. Could a lighthouse become a cultural heart rather than just a beacon? Here, the light is part of the land itself. We journey next to a lighthouse swallowed by tide and time. 10. St. Anthony's Lighthouse, Northern Ireland, built near cliffs dripping with rain and mythology. Legends say mermaids and sea spirits linger here. The tower beams across channel waters. The ocean whispers of shipwrecks below. Myths cling to lighthouses like salt to stone. Where light meets legend, silence becomes story. From myth, we cross to a desert rock sentinel. 11. Faro de Punta Jandia, Fuerteventura, Canary Islands. On windswept Fuerteventura, this lighthouse stands over volcanic cliffs. Format by fierce wind, its light crosses open sea lanes. The landscape feels lunar and silent under its glow. Isolated, remote, its beam connects islands to infinity. Would you traverse dunes just to reach that flash on the horizon? Silence, tastes of salt and solitude here. From volcanic coasts to tropical storms next. 12. Cape Reinga Lighthouse, New Zealand, where the Pacific and Tasman seas collide. A sacred place for Maori, believing spirits depart from here. The lighthouse stands above swirling water and deep silence. Sea wind, yellow grass, and steep drop-offs define its world. Do you hear whispers of journeys unfinished? Here, light marks the threshold between two oceans. From spiritual passage, we go to tropical shores. 13. Fanad Head Lighthouse, Ireland. Set on a wild promontory in Donegal, battered by Atlantic storms, its foghorn cries ahead of waves crashing at dusk. The green cliffs feel ancient and proud. Visitors say time slows here. What defies centuries of wind and salt? Faith, stone, and vigilance. From Ireland's storms, we travel to Asia's waters. 14. Phare du Gatteville, France, tall, slender, and commanding, perched on tidal flats. Waves roll around its base, erased at high tide. It's a sentinel in a sea of motion. In fog, only the light cuts through the gray. How many vessels owe their lives to this beam? Lighthouses are silent saviors in dark nights. From Europe's shores, we return home across the Pacific. 15. Makapu'u Lighthouse, Oahu, Hawaii, USA. On Oahu's easternmost point, perched above turquoise waves, trade winds carry salty sprays to its base. During whale season, spouts echo beneath its light. Sunrise floods horizon light before its beam ever turns. The Pacific stretches endless in every direction. This lighthouse guards paradise's edge. From tropical light, we close our voyage at the edge of the world. Across continents, seas, myths, and silence, these lighthouses stand resolute. They are beacons of hope, guardians of peril, stories carved in stone and shadow. Which of them whispered to your soul to visit? In a world full of noise, these sentries remind us what matters most, guiding light, steadfast in darkness. Leave a comment. Which lighthouse would you brave to visit? Like, share, and subscribe for more journeys to the world's edges. Because even when silence takes over, light still speaks.